Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Hazeeq, and in this video, we're going to be taking a look at Uni. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. Now, taking a look at the daily chart, we have a Fibonacci retracement set up from the swing high all the way back in September 2021 and the swing low in May of 2021. Since then, we have retraced all the way back down to the 2.414. That's pretty low. Obviously, we went and blasted through the 1.618 technical target here. In May, we had that massive capitulation. And since the bottom that we printed here in June, as you can see, we have been in a healthy uptrend. So we just printed this a leg up, as you can see, then we had a leg down, and now we're starting to move to the upside once again, but you can see that we printed a higher low. And this is a very bullish signal. So we did not go below $4 this time around. We just, sort of wicked below $5, and that's it. And the important thing right now is for us to break this August 2022 high. If we are able to do that, we are good to technically assume that this was our bear market low for Uniswap. Now, I'm not saying that there are no black swan events coming, because that's always a possibility. We can always see a major event playing out in the world that will affect all of the financial markets. So, for example, if we go back to March 2020, we don't have that on the chart here. We could see some sort of a pullback, a 60% correction in a few days, and then a retracement, and then we continue into the bull market. That is also very possible, but I'm not saying that it's going to happen. I'm just saying that you have to be prepared for something like that with some cash on the sidelines, okay? And as you can see, we are running into the 1.618 Fibonacci retracement level as resistance. And we've done that multiple times before. So we broke down below it over here in April. We came back up. We had a retest of resistance in May. Another pullback down, a fake out above it in August. We didn't hold it as support. We broke down below. Then we had another retest in November as resistance. Another move down, and now once again we're failing to break above the 1.618. So it is very important that we break above that level, because it has been holding us down for a very long time. Uniswap is really not moving up alongside all the other altcoins. It's kind of doing what Chainlink has been doing, but Chainlink's really been in a flat since May. However, since June, Uniswap is sitting at a 95% move to the upside. That's good. And I do have a good position in Uniswap. I think the average buy-in price is at $6.40 or something, or $6.20. So I have a good position here. And if we assume that this is the bear market bottom that we printed in June, we can take a Fibonacci retracement and drag that fib from that bottom all the way up to the all-time high in May of 2021. And as you can see, we get a 1.618 target at $229. Now, some would say that that's quite impossible. And I would agree. I think that is a bit high up. We can target $134, which is the 1.414. However, you have to consider the fact that in a bear market, Uniswap is doing $1 billion trading volume right now, which is crazy. And I think as we get more upgrades to Ethereum, as the fees become cheaper, I think we're going to see the Ethereum decentralized exchanges used a lot more by people who have been staying away from them because of the fees. Because back in the previous bull market, near the peak, you had fees that were ranging from $100 to $700. So you were paying more for the fees than you were actually paying for the token you're buying, and that's really stupid. So once that gets fixed, I think Uniswap is going to be seeing a major move to the upside. But right now, this is a good area to dollar cost average, in my opinion, around the 0.236 Fibonacci retracement. So let's bring back the old fib retracement, and that was just a hypothetical. So for now, we're still targeting this. The immediate support down below would be at $5.43, okay? And if we come back down there, that's going to be a nice healthy retest, because this will be a higher low in the grand scheme of things. And as you can see in this local uptrend that we have here, we're going to be printing a higher high and a higher low. However, with this move, we don't want to be losing this low that we created in December and in October, November, because if we do that, we're breaking the trend that we really haven't even started yet. So we need to break this high. So we need to move above that, and we need a back test of support. We need a lower or a higher low for us to continue. So we do need Bitcoin for this to move up. Of course, we do need Bitcoin to see break the August high, and so far we haven't done that. In fact, we got rejected from that August high multiple times on Bitcoin's chart, and we're pulling back down right now. So if you have some buy limit orders set up throughout this area, that's a pretty smart thing in my opinion. And we have to wait and see what the Fed does with the interest rates in March, because like I said, and like I have been saying in the past few videos, inflation is really is not an issue that is going to solve itself. And the Fed started celebrating a bit too early, and right now there are rumors going around, or some investors are expecting that there might be a 50 basis points hike in March. I don't think that's going to happen, but still there's 21% of people or investors that believe that that is going to happen. So we'll see if Jerome Powell turns super hawkish at the press conference afterwards, and that's going to be really interesting to see. But so far, Uniswap is good to dollar cost average into. The daily RSI is moving up. As you can see, we're printing higher lows. This white trend line could be a nice support area for you to retest before we see another move to the upside. So you can target the white trend line for a good entry. After that has been broken, for example, if we see a little bounce here, you enter, you see a move to the upside, and you come back down, you break below, that's also going to be a nice entry because you're breaking the support trend line here. You might be targeting that low, you might be targeting that low. And of course, if you enter the oversold below the index of 30, below the RSI of 30 here, that's a great buying opportunity, just like you had a chance to buy the oversold in August last year, in June, in May, in February, in January, and in November 2021. So that's what I have for the daily chart. Now let's switch over to the weekly chart on Binance. Okay, so switching over to the weekly chart, as you can see, we have a symmetrical triangle playing out here, and this is not a biased pattern. So you do have a 50% breakout chance to the upside and to the downside. So if we were to see a break to the upside, we potentially could be targeting this price over here. Let's see what that would be. $14.76. Let's drop a fib in there as well, just to see how things align with the fib. So that's slightly higher than the 1.618 target. And as you can see, if I extend the fib all the way down to the wicks rather than the body candles, as you can see, that's almost where the 1.618 is. So if you want to be a little more conservative, you can try to move the fib down to the candles rather than the wicks. And as you can see, the 1.618 is going to be at $12.52. And we still could break to the downside. So what you do is you take that same trend line and you place it anywhere on the support trend line where you think the breakout is going to occur, and that is going to take us down to potentially $2.88. Now, I don't think we're going to drop that low. I do have two support levels here. So one is $5.12 and one is $4.08. So those are the two support levels that we are probably going to hold. And if we see a strong breakdown from this pattern, I do think $4.07 is going to hold us up, which is essentially the swing low that we printed in June. Now, of course, we can see a large wick just like we did over here. As you can see in June, we had a massive wick to the downside, and this was bought up pretty quickly. As you can see, this wick, people bought it up as quick as they bought up this May wick, as you can see. So yeah, something like that could happen where we see a breakout, we get closer to the apex, and we see a breakdown, back test of resistance, and we come down here, and then we have a move to the upside. So we can come back down to where we started retracing from. That is always possible. But if that does happen, you are aware of that. You have your support levels that you can target right now. If we jump over to the weekly RSI, you can see that we're printing a rising wedge here. We have a channel up pattern as well, and we have a support block below where I think we're going to be held up, or where we might see a bounce. So if I remove all of that, you can see this support block is where we might see a bounce. So between 40.9 to 39.2 on the RSI, and you have the resistance trend lines here and the support trend lines here that create, or rather a support trend line and a resistance trend line that create a rising wedge, and the channel up pattern that you've got over here is something that we're targeting as well. So you can potentially retrace all the way down to the support of the channel up pattern, just like you did back here in August, in September last year, in November, and in December. So that's something that could happen. So draw this out on your RSI. It's important to have all of these levels just so you know where the next support level is and where you can start dollar cost averaging in. And that's pretty much everything that I have for Uniswap. Thank you all for watching. If I missed out anything important, please let me know down below in the comment section. Have a great day, everyone. Goodbye.